Hi Cancer, how are you guys? Welcome to Glow Stick Tarot. This is a series that I'm doing for me and me only. I have some candles going so that you can see me a little bit better. And it's taking away from the glow stick, but we're doing the best that we can. This, again, nobody asked for this. This is something I dreamt up last summer, but then last summer I was too much of in an energy where I need to, be what I need to be for like my YouTube audience. I've gotten into a place now, Spirit has put me in a place now that the people that are truly meant to be here and that are actually going to actively support me will accept me as I am, and I need to find ways to create more joy. And Glow Stick Tarot creates joy for me. And that's really what matters. If I am enjoying myself, I can do a reading and it'll benefit others in some way, the ones that are meant for it. And those that are annoyed by it aren't my people, or this is just not their reading, So I know that this is annoying and you can't see me that well, and it's not even that cool because I can't have it pitch black because then you wouldn't see anything. So I'm gonna have to redefine Glow Stick Tarot in a way. This is not the end of Glow Stick Tarot. I tell you that right now. It's not the end of it. I know what I'm going to do. I have a shirt that glows in the dark, and get some glow in the dark paint and body paint and paint my body. And then we can do it in like total darkness. Or I could get some black lights. I would totally do that, even though everybody would hate it, just because it would be fun for me. Anyways, I hope that you guys are well. I hope that you had a good Lionsgate. The energy right now you guys are bringing me is odd, but I also know that I'm throwing you off doing this. So I think that I'm feeding into it. The readings, every reading I've done has been weird, and I've been in a weird energy. But honestly, like, you not being able to see me that well protects my energy. And that might be why I'm more comfortable in this weird energy, because normally when my readings are off like this, I'm like, I'm just going to scrap all of those and just wait till the energy clears. But we are pressing on because this is going to help somebody. I'm determined. Okay. Hold on. There is a younger man here and a woman with blonde hair, gray or white. It's fair woman, younger man. So if that's not your story, this is probably not your reading. Peacock is here. You might be seeing peacocks, feel drawn to peacocks in some way. March is relevant. Somebody might have a March birthday. You met somebody in March. Something happened in March. Be careful, do not take risks at the bottom of the deck. Teardrops under that. There's a great personal sorrow. I'm sorry, guys. You've been going through something lately. Pride is getting in your way here. Success is here. Somebody's been working towards their success. But there's an energy of pride. Also advice from friends. So there's a relationship here with a younger man, a woman with blonde hair. There's a lot of anxiety. There's a tense energy between you two. Somebody might have disengaged to focus more on building, success for themselves. But again, there's an energy here where there's a personal sorrow. Somebody's been going through something lately, and it's interfering in a connection. And I get that. You also have friends that are interfering. So you might be seeking advice from friends, and it's not really benefiting anybody. It's creating stress, and then it's creating both parties. There's pride that's interfering. Let's see. Yeah, there's an energy where you have possibly friend zoned each other at this point. You're fearing rejection. For some of you, you're clinging too much to inauthentic connections, especially you're going to friends for advice, and these friends aren't truly good friends to you. These are superficial friendships. They're not worried about your best interest, or it's a superficial friendship where this person isn't really in resonance with your true self. So they're giving you advice, and for some of you, you're taking it, but they're not giving you very good advice because they're telling you what they would do. They're not telling you, you know, this is what I would do, but I know you and I know who you are, and I know what type of like relationship you want. So, you know, this is not a connection. These people giving you advice are not capable of doing that for you. Yeah, there's an energy of insecurities are in the way. Pride's in the way. You have possibly friend zoned each other. For some of you, you're going to somebody for advice that you have friend zoned, and that's never a good thing. Don't go to somebody for relationship advice that you know has feelings for you. That's kind of fucked up to do to somebody. And two, you're getting terrible advice. They're going to give you absolutely terrible advice. And I don't care if it's a situation that like, well, they're gay and I'm straight, so it can never work. That doesn't matter. You know, if this person has feelings for you, they're not going to give you true, genuine advice on how to make a relationship with somebody else work. Even if they want to, their feelings are going to get in the way. Insecurities and a fear of rejection. Leaning too much on relationships that are inauthentic and not showing your true self. So I get with this situation, and it might be the age difference here. You're not truly showing each other who you truly are, how you truly feel, and you're pulling away from each other in favor of relationships that aren't truly authentic. Yeah, you're allowing the past to override your intuitive knowing. So, what's the knowing? You cling too much to bad habits. You need to focus on getting your shit together, honestly. For some of you, it's like you need to clean up your space. Your physical space is messy. Could be dealing with an Aries. The Emperor wanted to come out. The masculine here. It's interesting because the Emperor tends to be somebody that's older. They're somebody that's serious. It might even be that the masculine here, the man, is younger in age, but they are like more serious. If they're not serious, they're stubborn, and they can be controlling too. They want to try to control the situation. And that might also be causing an issue with the age difference, as if the man in the connection is younger, but they also have an energy where they want to be the emperor. So they have an energy where they want to kind of be the dominant one in the connection. They want to lead the connection. Just the age difference can be bothersome, you know. They might feel insecurity about the age difference, or you know, it could be that the woman in this connection feels insecurity about the age difference. Something's going to turn for the better. The Wheel of Fortune is here. Jupiter. It's like there's, God, I keep forgetting that you can't see the card. See, I can see fine is the problem. I have the lights here. It's not an issue for me seeing, it's you seeing. So I keep forgetting that it's dark in here and that you can't see the cards. I actually prefer reading like this sometimes at night, where like the light isn't harsh, because it's not, you know, I have sensory issues, ADHD. You're waiting for this person to come back towards you, and one or both of you are feeling left out in the cold. So there's an energy where you're not really talking to each other right now, and you feel stuck, and where pride was coming out. Yeah, you feel rejected. It's an end of a cycle, though. It's an end of a karmic cycle that you really needed to free yourself from. There's a Tower here. It was not expected. There was a disconnect. A Tower occurred that was not expected. Somebody was, you blocked out negative codependent energy. And you're trying to overcome this so that you can find success. But it's slow coming. It's a slow progress. Somebody could have Taurus in their chart, or Aries coming out again, the Emperor. There's ego here. It's slow to move forward. One or probably both of you have, with the devil, it's Capricorn. One or both of you have a history of, you know, toxicity. You might have had a lot of toxic relationships in your past. The devil can also be codependency, feeling tied. This is clarifying the insecurities. Too afraid to move. So it's almost like you are, especially with the card coming out, allowing your ego, and not there is an element of pride and ego here, but there's also an element, ego, you know, is the part of you that is trying to keep you safe. So your ego is the wounded part of you that says, we've experienced this before. Last time we had a relationship like this, last time we saw this sort of pattern, it led us to something that was toxic, possibly abusive, unhealthy. So we need to protect ourselves and guard ourselves from this. But it's like intuitively, you know that the connection here is, it's not telling me. There's an energy where this has happened, obviously in like YouTube readings, but this happens sometimes when I'm reading for somebody and their energy is closed off, because I can only read the energies as you're willing to allow me to. And that's the thing about, that's the difference between somebody that is, there has to be a strong amount of ethics within a person in order to do spiritual work. Because, you know, somebody that is skilled in divination, that is skilled in manifestation, that is skilled in spell work, you have to have a strong ethical, I can't think of the word. I won't say mindset. You have to be really strong in respecting other people, you know, because there's an energy where spirit doesn't force. So you know, a lot of people are, how do I work with my guides? How do I know who my guides are? Have you asked your guides to show you? Are you paying attention? Have you asked spirit to make a way in your life, and you're paying attention and following accordingly? Because spirit is not going to force itself upon you. You have to request, you know, even working with angels. Angels don't force themselves on you. You have guardian angels that will protect you unseen, but if you need intervention in your life, you have to ask for it. You have to ask source, you have to ask spirit. So readers that pop into your inbox and, you know, spirit led me to you, that's a scammer. Block that person, report that person immediately. Anyone that forcefully reads for you, especially when you don't ask, and when you have set the boundary that I'm not comfortable other people reading for me, I don't want you to read for me. And even, I hate when people do that. Some people will like pay for reading with me, but then they're not truly comfortable. It tends to be men are most often like this. It's 9 times out of 10, it's a man that's doing this. They're not comfortable with spirituality. They're not truly comfortable with divination. So they'll get a reading with me, and then it's like the reading goes absolutely nowhere. I've had other people, it tends to be masculine people. I've had women that have, and I'm not saying that if you've done this, you're masculine. I have read for women as well, but they tend to lean more towards masculine energy, where masculine energy is 3D oriented. So they have a spirituality in general, divination in general, and everything spiritual is feminine. So if you are dominant in masculine energy and you're more comfortable in masculine energy and you're not comfortable in feminine energy, you will struggle with this until you heal whatever within you makes you uncomfortable with feminine energy. And that tends to be that you had a feminine caretaker that was unreliable, unpredictable in childhood. Anyways, if you are not comfortable with me reading your energy, I will not get a clear read on your energy, obviously. So I've had so many people, not so many, I could probably count them on my hands, but it feels like a lot because it's so frustrating for me, because it's like we are wasting our time and you are wasting your money with this reading, because I can't get into it. I can't even get if this is a good relationship, or like you're both waiting for each other to come back. You're both feeling left out in the cold. There's an energy where intuitively you feel, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Thank you. Thank you for that. I was going to say, this is not telling me if this is even a good, intuitively, you know. You have to call judgment on a past situation that needs to end, though. That's what it is. That's what it is. Some of you have like a toxic ex, could be a Capricorn or Scorpio. You have a toxic ex, or you have a toxic relationship pattern that you need to end so that this relationship can go anywhere. There's a Four of Wands. There's a potential for marriage. There's a potential for marriage with this person, and it would be a very happy partnership. But you have to heal first. And this is a divine connection, so Spirit's not going to allow this connection to move forward until you heal. And for some of you, you need to clean up your surroundings. You need to clean up your behaviors, because things that tank your vibration. Alcohol tanks your vibration. Pornography. Places like bars, strip clubs, casinos. Terrible vibration. Watching a lot of, like, honestly, this is gonna upset people because I know a lot of women enjoy this. I don't understand it. I do not understand the, like, enjoying, like, murder. I'm too, I don't want to say this because I know a lot of women, I feel like most women really enjoy, like, the, like, crime shows, the stuff like that, where, like, it's honestly, I can feel this is gonna, and it's not meant to insult you. It's just, let's look at the reality of the situation. Take your personal feelings. I'm not taking anything from you. If this is something that you enjoy doing, if this is, you know, a hobby of yours, it's entertaining for you, that's you. Some people, you know, their hobby is drinking every night when they get home. You know, their hobby is going gambling. Their hobby is going out all the time. Those also tank your vibration. And no one is going to argue with me that a strip club or a nightclub have terrible vibrations. You can feel it in the vibes. One of the most demonic places I have ever been in my life was the Las Vegas Strip. It was like I got on the Las Vegas Strip and I just felt demons. And not even that, like, everybody's a demon, but it's like it brings the demons out in people. I saw so many people behaving in ways that were demonic. You know, it was, I don't want to get into it. I honestly, I just felt, it just felt bad. Walking down the strip, it's like, you know, men were catcalling aggressively, you know, alcoholism everywhere, gambling everywhere. And I'm not saying those things are not like the end of the world, and, you know, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. That's not my opinion. That's true. That's absolutely true. You cannot understand vibration and feel vibration and tell me honestly that you can go to the Las Vegas Strip and feel in a high vibration. Lies. Absolute lies. You're lying. You're lying. That's no. Fine in moderation, sure. It is. You have to recognize this is not off topic, guys. Please stop. I can feel your vibes. I can read it. Chill. If you are getting too distracted by the reading, stop watching, please. You're distracting me and it's throwing everybody else off. Stop. Stop cross-watching. Stop cross-watching. If it's not your reading, That's why I'm explaining somebody, if you want to align with your divine partnership, you need to raise your vibration, period. You need to cut off toxic patterns and toxic people, period. Spirit is not going to bring you your divine partner. For some of you, this might be your divine spouse. Spirit is not going to allow this person to enter into your life knowing that you have fuck boy, fuck girl in your phone, you know, waiting around for your call whenever things go wrong. Spirit is not going to do that. You are just going to miss out on this divine connection until you're ready for it, and you might miss out on this person. This is important for some people. This does not fit your story. You are not vibrating in Cancer energy, and you need to see yourself off of this reading and stop cross-watching. Just because you have a Cancer sun does not mean you vibrate in Cancer energy. If you look at your chart, you might be entirely something else. Sun sign is the least relevant for readings. Rising is the most relevant for physical surroundings. Stop cross-watching. It's an element of spying. What you do to another will be returned towards you. So don't be surprised if you spy and try to get into somebody's energy. And there's a way to do it. I was talking to my dad about tarot. And my Omi was Catholic. She was a very strict Catholic lady. And for some reason, a lot of old school Catholics are very into the occult. So she used to take my dad at a young age and go to one of their neighbors' houses that did tarot and that did like old school astrology, like Vedic sidereal astrology, which is, you know, an ancient practice and very scientific. Western astrology it's still, it's not as in depth. Let's be real. Vedic sidereal is way more of a science. Anyways. Cross-watching. Stop cross-watching. I'm reading. This is why. I'm sorry, guys. This is, the energy is too chaotic. There's too many people that cross-watch. And this is why this happened in the last Cancer reading where, not the last one, it was the one before the last, where I got upset because it's like I can't even get anything done because of the cross-watching that's going on and the spying, the trying to get into somebody else's energy. I personally believe if you're going about it, and this is what my dad said. I talked to my dad about like cross-watching for some reason. And he was like, well, I think a lot of times people are just trying to, they're just trying to get into another person's energy so that they can better understand that person. And I feel like that's a good way to look at it. And that's a more positive way. But unfortunately, with my experience, a lot of cross-watching is done as a form of to try to manipulate others, especially the type of vibes I get on YouTube are not always great. And that's not against you guys. It's that if you start a YouTube channel and you're doing tarot especially, I would recommend, from my personal experience, do not tell a single soul that you know personally that you're doing that, because once they find out, it's like anybody that you're not talking to, anybody that you've cut off that like wants to see what's going on in your life will start watching your videos, and it annoys the absolute shit out of me. Part of me wants to restart this reading, but I'm not going to. We're going to press on. Okay. Tanking your vibration. You need to clean your surroundings as well, because negative energy is going to come into your house no matter what. Some people deal with spell work. Some people deal with evil eye. Everybody deals with evil eye. Evil eye is a normal part of life, and you have to learn how to cleanse your energy. That's normal. Also, you don't think as much about the negative energy that you pick up throughout the day. When I used to work in a mall, it was some of the worst energy would get on me. And it's just because you think of the mental state people are in when they go to the mall. They're in a like chaotic energy. It was a luxury mall. So you would get energies of people that were, I don't want to say bitter, but, you know, felt some sort of way towards the people shopping luxury. And then you would have people shopping luxury that had an energy where they felt that they were above others, that they were entitled. And, you know, we would have to deal with that in the management office, not to count, you know, the people that worked there, that there was a high school energy of the people that worked there where they would just talk shit about everybody. One thing would happen, it was like playing that like telephone game working in the mall. It was like we were constantly having people come in that, like, especially the food court was the worst. The food court people would like come in and be like, we heard that this is happening. And we were like, what are you even talking about? You know, they would like make up stuff that was going on. It was high school amongst the employees, who's sleeping with who. It was annoying as hell. I would come home and you carry that energy with you. Like right now where I live, I don't leave the house that often, honestly, but the people that do, they work within the community where they deal with people that have demons. They deal with people that have addictions. So you can pick up on that darker energy and carry it home. If your house is dirty, their clutter holds dark energy. It does. You know, I was cleaning the other day and I had the idea to flip all of my furniture, like my dresser, my nightstand, upside down, and I took a shop vac and vacuumed under it. The cobwebs that were under there. I hadn't done that. Honestly, I couldn't tell you the last time I did that. It was crazy. That holds dark energy. If you have if a lot of people have storage under their bed, having too much stuff under your bed can create dark energy that can manifest and cause you to have nightmares, honestly, especially if people send you dark energy, wish harm on you, and you have clutter under your bed. It can manifest under there and cause you to have nightmares. Seriously. You have to be conscious of what you feed yourself, what you partake in, what you consume, what you surround yourself in, and the relationships that you deal with. Not that you have to change your entire life around, but you have to be conscious of what you're consuming. Like for some reason, a lot of women that I know really like crime shows, but it's exploitative. You're exploiting a family trauma and a person's individual trauma for entertainment. I really don't like that vibration. I get a very bad vibe from it. I don't like it at all. I'm energy sensitive. I don't really like horror at all. I can't. I get upset. It makes it physically, I don't like the energy of it. It physically makes me kind of feel sick. The same way that I felt, I cannot tell you, on the Las Vegas Strip, especially at night, walking down the strip at night, it was like you could almost see the demons on people. Not that everybody there is demonic. I'm saying that everybody has inner demons, you know, and they come out in situations where you're partying to excess and there's naked people everywhere and you're drinking out in the streets and there's gambling. Those are all really, really low vibrations. Not that you can never partake, but if that is your energy more often than not, if that is the way that you are unwinding, you need to be conscious of the fact that you're tanking your vibration in that way. And if that's something that you're going to do regularly, you need to make sure that you are cleansing your energy, that you are wearing crystals, that you're being conscious of that, you know, and cleansing your home environment, tidying up the laundry that's piling up on the floor, because that's you're coming home from those places with dark energy on you. It's the same as coming home with dirty shoes and you're walking around your house, you're getting dirt everywhere, and then you're not sweeping, you're walking around, it's getting on your socks, it's getting on your clothes, it's collecting in piles on the floor. You get what I'm saying? For some of you, it's you need to clean up. Sorry, I keep forgetting. I will absolutely do this again. And it will be in a better way, because this was an experiment that ultimately not great experiment on my part. But honestly, I'm able to read while I'm under spiritual attack, and it's not that bad. Honestly, I have more covens. It's always it's always a damn coven. It's just people that are out of touch with their personal power, and they see me and feel some sort of way about it, because I'm telling you, it's third parties, which is the most annoying thing. It's why are people that don't even know me gathering in groups to do spell work on me? What is with your mental state? That's the problem with a lot of covens, is that it turns into a group think thing. I talked about this on Patreon. It's a group think thing where when everybody is going along with a toxic pattern and they're all feeding into it, it makes it worse. You know, there's typically, if you're in a, like one of these covens that get together to hex people, and somebody says, hey, you don't even know that person, why would you want to hex them? That's really not cool, to intentionally manifest harm to a person that you don't even know. You're out of the coven, bitch, and now you're hexed, you know? Like, it's that sort of environment that, like, whatever, it's like a mean girls thing. Somebody that doesn't need a group of 5, 10, 15 women to feel powerful makes you feel some sort of way. It's, you know, I see it for what it is. There will be more of you. It's embarrassing. You know, it is what it is. This is honestly helping me get readings out when I wouldn't normally be able to read. So you got to deal with it. Okay. It's a soulmate connection, and there's a potential for a really positive relationship. There's a Scorpio, Capricorn, Aries. The Aries card keeps wanting to come out. Somebody is working on their independence here and letting go of people and things from the past that have been inauthentic and that have held you back. And for some of you, it's stemming from your childhood. You're finding, you are finding independence. You're standing on your own, and you're closing out cycles that have been really painful. But I see that somebody here is wanting to possibly communicate, make an offer, but they're juggling how to do that. It could be an Aries placement, or it's somebody that, again, the Emperor is a divine masculine energy. The Emperor, and a positive vibration, they're a person of honor. They're a person that's well respected, looked up to, and they do the right thing. That's why people really respect the Emperor. They trust the Emperor. They look to the Emperor as a leader because he does the right thing even when it's difficult. In a low vibration, the Emperor is somebody that wants to control everything and that wants to feel like they're in charge. So they will do what they need to do to feel like they're in charge. And if they don't, then, you know, peace out, I guess. There's an energy here of feeling like you can't wait anymore, that you want to take action in your life and you want a new beginning, and you can't keep waiting on people. That's a good place to be, though, Cancer, because you are a very loving person, but you allow the baggage of the past to keep you in situations where you're waiting. You shouldn't wait on somebody. Honestly, I know that, you know, oh, if you love somebody, you wait on them. I think that if you love somebody, you give them grace and you hold space for them. You don't hold up your own life for moving forward. And you have to recognize that I've talked about this several times. The problem with tarot, just because somebody is thinking about you, just because there's a connection with this person, just because, you know, you are waiting on them, it doesn't mean that they're going to come through for you. And you have to stop getting in this mindset that romanticizing the idea that somebody's going to come rushing back in. If somebody isn't showing up for you, you need to show up for yourself. And sometimes that can mean letting a situation go. The best thing to do in a situation that's not going anywhere and that's stuck is to let it go. If it comes back around, it's meant to be. It's meant to be yours. If it doesn't, you're not going to feel, you're not going to get anything out of waiting, you know? That's been a lesson that I have personally learned. And I feel like those of you that have been on this journey with me for a long time have watched that unfold, that I fought so hard for twin flames, and I fought so hard for divine masculines, and I'm not one of these readers that demonizes masculine energy. I feel like I've consistently been fair, and I've consistently shown up for masculines, and I've consistently defended masculines. But just because somebody has the potential to be your divine partner doesn't mean that they're 100% going to be, and you need to sit and wait. What you need to do is redirect your energy, Cancer, to cleaning your life up. If you want to manifest your partner, if you want to manifest a spouse, get out of this rigid thinking that it has to be this person or nobody. You know, get into an energy of, if my spouse, if my husband... Hi, Cancer. My phone cut off randomly. What I was talking about. Okay. Instead of being in an energy where you feel like you're waiting, because waiting is still an energy of chasing. And chasing, one, is unattractive, and two, causes blockages. What a lot of you need to instead focus on is cleaning your life up. Like I was saying earlier, if you were somebody that really enjoys, you know, going out to the bars on the weekend, getting a drink after work, you're somebody that really likes to, you know, go to the casino every once in a while, you're somebody that likes to, you know, watch horror films or, you know, watch like true crime. I'm not judging you, and I'm not saying that you need to give that up. I'm saying be conscious of your vibration and look to ways to raise it, whether that be cleansing your energy, wearing a protective crystal when you're going to these places, cleaning up your space. There's an energy here of you need to... There are things in your life that are blocking this connection that you need to be more aware of. Rather than putting your focus on the fact that this relationship isn't moving forward, what do I need to do? How can I control this situation? Recognize that it is out of your control. The only thing that you can control is yourself, your behavior, what you're allowing in your life. You can't control the way that another person is perceiving you, the way another person is behaving, what their priorities are right now. That's completely out of your control. Take them off the pedestal and put your livelihood, your health at the forefront. Your financial health, your physical health, your mental health, your well-being. Make sure that you're taking care of yourself, and that will help you align with your partner. Too many people get overly focused on either this is a checklist that this person has to meet in order, you know, for me to pursue a relationship with them. And then you constantly sabotage connections because somebody isn't fitting this mold that you're looking for. Or you get into energy where you're overly focused on how do they feel about me? How are they perceiving me? How are they responding to me? Both of those thinkings are detrimental and will block healthy relationships. Both of them are toxic. What you need to do instead is to trust that the universe is going to bring you your partner when you're ready for it. And if it's not working right now, if there's blockages right now, it's because there are other things in your life that you need to address. So look at your life and find the things in your life that are not cohesive to a long-term partnership that you're seeking. And for some of you, that can even mean like, you know, you have a dirty bathroom. So if this person were to come stay with you, would you want them to stay in your house right now? Or would you be kind of embarrassed because it's messy? If it's messy, clean it up. What do you do when you're in a relationship with somebody and they're coming over to stay the night? You tidy your place, you make sure that it's nice, you go get your hair done, you get your nails done, you go shopping for a new outfit. Until your divine partner shows up for you, date yourself and treat yourself as you would like for them to treat you. And that will get you into the vibration of your divine partnership. Also work on letting go of toxicity, whether that be toxic relationship patterns or you are still allowing past toxic situationships, relationships that you have needed to let go of. You still have the door open for that person. You know, I talked to somebody, I might be picking up on her energy. I talked to somebody a few months ago, and we were talking about, you know, she had manifested this connection, that she had strong feelings for this person. She wanted it to move forward. But there was a lot of resistance there. She also had an ex that she wasn't really holding on to the ex, but the ex was holding on to her, that she wasn't necessarily letting go of fully, because it was kind of like, I don't want to say backup plan, but that's kind of what those situations are, you know, allowing your ex to still have a foot in with you, just in case a new relationship doesn't work out. I can fall back on this person. Would you want your partner that's coming in, your future spouse, would you want to date somebody that still keeps in touch with their ex just in case? And that has, you know, their ex, their last situationship, like, you know, friend that there could be something more with, that has all these options that they are entertaining just in case it doesn't work out with you? Is that something that you would want? If the answer is no, you need to remove yourself from those situations as well. Something that I have tried to implement in my life is I started to recognize here. Can you see me? I started to recognize that, well, I've always recognized, I used to beat myself up a lot because I felt like I was a bad friend, because really it's my symptoms of ADHD. I have a hard time. It's overwhelming for me to stay in touch with everybody all the time. So I cannot maintain relationships, friendships with people that require constant, you know. I think it's different if you're in a romantic relationship versus a friendship, but, you know, different people require different levels. Some people like to talk to their friends on the phone every single day. I cannot do that. I can't do that. I need space. I need time alone. It's overwhelming for me. I cannot stay in touch with everybody all the time. You have known that. If you are somebody that, you know, emails me, if you're somebody that reaches out to me, you know, there are times where I don't respond for a few days. It's because I'm overwhelmed. I have too much going on, and it takes too much mental energy to be there for everybody all the time. I can't do it. I really can't do it. I can't beat myself up about it, because that's something that's just how I am. So people that require a higher level of like interaction to maintain friendships, I can't do it. You know, I can send you a meme every day. I cannot like text you all day, every day, multiple people. I can't. It's exhausting for me. What I read somewhere was that stayed with me. It struck me, and it stayed with me, is if you want better friendships, be a better friend. And I started implementing that in my friendships that I already have. There was an energy with a lot of my friends where, especially the ones that we've been friends for like since high school, there was an energy where sometimes we can fall back into that high school energy with each other, where we gossip about each other a little bit, not in a like mean way, but it's like, you know, there's a small group of us that have been friends since high school. When I tell one friend about something and the other two are connecting with each other, it's common to bring up the other friend and then ask, you know, did they tell you about this? Did they tell you about that? And it's just the way that, you know, we stay in touch with each other. I started to recognize that, you know, I don't need to, the relationship that I have with this one friend doesn't need to be shared with our other friends. I need to have a relationship between me and that person that's just for me and that person. And that, you know, we have a group, but we also have separate individual friendships. So I started considering the way that I talk about my other friends when they're not there. So I stopped participating in the, like, it's not truly like gossip in the form, it is gossip, but not in a form of like trying to be malefic. It's just like, we assume sometimes that we've been caught up with the other person. So we will share news that was not shared, you know, yet. I stopped doing that. I started recognizing when we were falling into that energy and not participating. And it was recently, one of my friends was like, asked me honestly, and we have a relationship where we're like upfront and honest with each other, sometimes brutally honest with each other. He asked me, have you told her about, you know, this that was going on with me? And I said, honestly, no. I haven't told her like anything about what's going on in your personal life, because I felt like that's yours to share. And I didn't want, I've been making a point not to gossip. And he ended up, you know, sharing with her what he had already shared with me, but it felt good, honestly, to be able to say with honesty, I have not discussed you with her other than, you know, she's brought you up and we've talked about this, but, you know, I've already told you about. You know what I mean? I think that if you want to be a good friend, if you want better friends in your life, you need to be a better friend to other people. If I don't want people gossiping about me, even in a like benign way, I don't like it. If I have information that I want to share it with this person, and not all of our other friends need to know. If I want them to know, I'll tell them too when I feel like it, you know? I don't like that. I've never liked that. It's something that's been a part of those friendships because, again, we can fall back into high school energy because we've known each other forever. Same goes in romantic relationships. If you want to find a good, you know, boyfriend, good girlfriend, good husband, good spouse, are you the type of person that would be good to them? If not, why are you asking for a one-sided relationship? Because that's truly what you're asking for. If you want somebody that's loyal, that's faithful, that's on their shit, that's organized, that, you know, is fun to be around, but still, you know, is serious in some aspects, are you implementing those same, you know, behaviors in your own life? If not, why are you asking Source to bring you somebody that is on their shit when you're not? Putting them in a situation where it's going to be one-sided and they're not getting what they're giving, you know? Think about it like that. All right, this is long enough. Bye.